So, Take-Two, the company that does GTA, their CEO...
That used to do GTA.
Used to do GTA.
They still do. It's been a long time.
They've got a new one coming out soon. Their CEO says that a long-term video game actor strike wouldn't be good for anyone. I'm going to throw out a... Well, yeah, guy. That's... No, we don't want that. They also said that they've agreed with the union on 24 out of 25 criteria. The one criteria...
Is that AI cast?
The one criteria that they haven't agreed on is use of AI in video games.
So the whole reason that they went...
Are you okay? They've agreed on 24 out of 25 criteria. The leader... hold on, let me find the quote.
AI is the whole thing, guys.
AI is the whole thing. Yeah, we deeply value our talent relationships. Historically, we've worked really successfully with all the guilds, including SAG-AFTRA. Going to continue to work hard on resolution. We've reached common ground on 24 out of 25 proposals, so I'm confident we can find a way to get a deal. Certainly hope that we will.
We just want to take their voices and use them for free for the rest of time in the known universe.
What the union is trying to get is essentially protections for every actor that you would interact with in any way in a video game. So, and this is something that Nava talked about when we talked to them, which that video will be up shortly.
We're going to post the whole panel. It just doesn't need editing.
Yeah, it's a little bit kind of from an odd angle, but this is something that we really, really wanted to get out to you guys because this is an important conversation. Basically, the studios are trying to separate motion capture when it comes to, like, running in your game when you're controlling your character from motion capture in cutscenes. And the actors are arguing that's the same thing. That the performance when it comes to those jumps and falls is also acting. It must be. You fall in character. You interact with the world in character. And so that's one of the many things that they're arguing. One, should not be AI. Two, needs to be protected and needs to be understood as a form of acting in order for them not to be able to use AI, because it's kind of, we've already said in a lot of ways, and not all of them, that acting should not be AI. What the companies are now trying to argue is what is acting and what is not acting. Again, when we were talking to Nava, they said that originally a lot of these companies had wanted them to record a bunch of lines and then they would just put it in the mouths of a bunch of random NPCs. So a white woman might be portraying a black trans woman, and no, that's inaccurate. That's not a good representation. And so 24 out of 25 is not good enough, and we are absolutely on this channel going to support this strike. We will always support strikes. This is very, very important. We got to keep fighting.
One of the other things that was pointed out that was like, even if you get a black trans woman, that's not all black trans women. So you can't just put a bunch of people in a bunch of pockets and be like, well, we have one of those, and one of those, and one of those, and one of those.
And then we're done.
That's not it. Obviously, we're not going to talk about this for 25 minutes. Yeah. It is super important.
Yeah. It's very important. When we have the panel up, watch every single second. I will be monitoring you from your closet.
Yeah.
And also, we might have one of the actors on, who's one of the big people interacting with legislators and stuff. He has agreed to an interview. We're trying to get that set up.
I'm so sorry. I did find the quote from Duncan Crabtree, Ireland. Shout out.
He's not an actor. He's just like Just a lawyer.
Chief negotiator.
Yeah.
In our view, if you want to use somebody's image, voice, likeness, movements, performance to create some subsequent AI-based new performance or new content, you absolutely need to have their consent to do that. That's not something you can just own. You cannot own a person. You can't own that person's output in the same way. And if they don't agree with that philosophically, that's the core of our dispute ultimately.
I love this guy.
I love this guy. He is
warrior,
an absolute warrior in one of the most complex discussions that we can have in this industry. Absolute icon. Just the most unassuming white man you've ever seen in your life.
And they pointed out, and then I'm going to shut up. This is the last thing I'm going to say about this. This is beyond our industry. You don't want to be represented by AI. You really don't want your voice to be taken. I'm a photographer. I'm a videographer. I know the laws-ish in Texas. I'm not illegal. Anybody. You can record somebody without their consent. Texas is a one-party consent thing. I can record you and use it. I don't really want that.
And at this point in our legal system, if your voice is on YouTube, they can scrape it. If your voice is on TikTok, they can scrape it. What they're fighting for is protections for your voice and your likeness to be intellectual property that you can license to people. So this is protecting everybody that's ever posted a video on the internet. Like, let's go!
Like, low-key, this would get rid of a lot of TikTok garbage.
Yeah.
With, like, hey, pranks and whatever. Like, it's part of who you are. People shouldn't be able to use it.
Like, Neil Newbon has actually, like, this was before...
Bay.
Yeah, Bay. This was before the strike happened. Yeah. He'd actually made it very clear in a very not nice way, which good, he shouldn't have to be nice about it, that he despises everyone that has used used the AI version of his voice and actively does not consider you a fan. Like, you are not part of... You're
misrepresenting him. Even if it's in an innocent way, you are misrepresenting him.
He's like, you are not part of my community if that's what you're doing, because no one who sees me as someone to look up to in any way is going to do that, especially when I've made my stance so clear.
Yeah.
We all love fan art. This is, in a weird way, it's not coming for fan art per se, although it is going to ask fan artists to be more considerate about some of the things they do. It's really about big corporations.
Yeah.
And it's really coming for big corporations to protect smaller creators.
And that is our soapbox for this episode.
Thank you.
Except for maybe one more.